I'm gonna yap about Mercy now because I need to farm content. Unfortunately, this is the only content I can farm because Overwatch right now is miserable. Now, as you might know, I've made one solo video about Mercy, and I've spent quite a lot of time on Mercy. And if you don't know that video, before we go check it out. My honest to God experience is the character is pretty bad. I know a lot of people complain about Mercy. And they usually say that Mercy is broken or really annoying to play against because she has a rest and damage boost. I'll be honest, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think if you think Mercy is broken, it might be a skill issue. There's a reason why Mercy is never played in any high-tier tournament or competition. She just doesn't provide enough value. And what she does is pretty simple. She heals and damage boosts. But what is the point of damage boosting a DPS when you can have another DPS in your team? That is why they usually play more DPS-centric characters for support. So for example, a Kiriko or a Lari or a Bab. Because what's better than 2 DPS, 4 DPS? Not to mention that Mercy is extremely bad at actually surviving dives. The thing is, after you dive her with a team that is actually organized, you will get cooked 99% of the time. Especially if you're trying to run dive yourself, your Mercy cannot follow up without dying. Now, I do know that in lower ranks she is better, and maybe she is, but every character is better in lower ranks. You're gonna get way more success playing a Zen, Kiriko, or Bap in lower ranks than you are playing Mercy. Mercy is only good if you whip out your Glock like this and go pop up. Okay, I'm joking, don't do that. But Mercy is pretty good if you have a really good DPS player. A lot of the times in solo queue you will not have that DPS player, so you're better off just picking a better character like Kiriko. Kiriko is all around always good. Mercy sometimes, and very rarely. Second of all, her res honestly kind of sucks as an ability. I don't like res. I don't like res because first, it's really annoying to play against if your team is bad and you are playing some support hero or a tank hero that cannot reach or punish her. And second of all, it's really bad if your team is bad as well. Because you're never going to have a good situation to use your res because you're always going to get punished because your team doesn't create enough space. So it's annoying from both sides. And it's not really that fun in an FPS game. So I feel like there's a lot of adjustments you can do for Mercy res. I feel like maybe, first things first, to make it less annoying to play against, is probably make it so you can't res behind a wall. Because I'll be honest, I played against Mercy's a lot. Even though she's really bad as a character, it is beyond annoying having to deal with that. There's nothing more infuriating than just going in, killing something just for the Mercy to go behind the wall and rest someone. It's a crazy concept. From the POV of a Mercy player, to be honest, you don't really get to rest that often. It just creates this disconnect between what the other team is feeling in terms of gameplay when playing against the Mercy, which is mostly just being really annoyed, and what the Mercy player is feeling, and it's just hopelessness. Not to mention, one thing that is really annoying about Mercy, I'm kind of breaking down the abilities right now. It's not very, well thought out of a rant. There is one thing that is also very problematic about Mercy, and it's not about her being broken. It's usually around DPS characters that are broken, and Mercy just makes them more broken because she can pocket them, right? You can pocket them and give them damage boosts, and it just breaks a lot of breakpoints. And at that point, you ask yourself, is it because Mercy, I'll play my game. Is it because Mercy is broken that she allows for the DPS characters to actually pop off and get more broken? Good example is a Sojourn. So back in the day when Sojourn was hard meta, Mercy would allow the Sojourn to just one shot. Thanks so much for the 500 bits. Mercy is one of the only heroes where you cannot die once, constantly be in a fight, but still lose her probably only works if your team can use it. Mercy damage boost breaks a lot of breakpoints. And by breakpoint, I mean, for example, a lot of characters are designed with the idea of not being able to one-shot and just barely being able to one-shot. With Mercy, what happens usually is that those things that were designed as balanced and seem balanced are now no longer balanced. Pharah Mercy, Sojourn Mercy, Ashe Mercy, Hanzo Mercy maybe. Widow Mercy. The problem from there on is usually, what do you nerf? Do you nerf the damage character? Because the damage character is not that much broken, or like that broken without Mercy, but she gets way more broken with Mercy. Or do you nerf Mercy? And then Mercy, a character that is already garbage, Sugma on my Chungus, gets more garbage. It's a tough situation. They need to change something about her damage boost. I'm not a fan of her damage boost. It's just, I don't know. A lot more often than not, it just kind of breaks the game. Maybe damage with less. Maybe change the ability altogether so it doesn't damage boost. Maybe keep it. Maybe I'm good. And second of all, I think Res should not be able to res behind walls, but maybe reduce the cooldown. Because to be honest, Life Weaver Grip is 10 times better than Mercy Res. Because the character doesn't die and happens instantly, and it's on lower cooldown. So character is a little bit bad, I'll be honest. Overall, I think she's really bad. I really don't think she's busted. I really don't think people... I think people are super delusional when they say that Mercy is busted. I highly recommend people to try playing this character if they truly believe she's strong. And how much of the things that people actually complain about are things that make the character OP. Like, look at this game right now. I am healing, I'm damage boosting. It's outside of my control. This feels terrible. And it's 90% of Mercy games. Only way you can actually climb is if you're goated like me and you just kill the entire team, or if you have a good pocket. What is a concreator patch res? This is the one where things blow up. Temporary res. Temporary res is cool. It was instant then temporary res. Honestly, not the worst idea. I would like it if they tested it out a little bit better. 10-second res. Not the worst. It gives you the opportunity to pop off again, but without that annoying aspect of getting the kill, outplaying the opponent, but because they're playing super far away, they get rest for free. So you need to go again. But outside of her gameplay, I do think her game... I mean, one last aspect about her gameplay is that I do believe she could be pretty fun in terms of movement, and it's pretty chilled. But I don't want to play Mercy, really, I'll be honest. I do understand why people like playing Mercy, as I said in my video. There's a lot of cool things you can do. It's just that I don't like not being in control most of the time. There's so few situations where you're actually in control. It's just really bad. I like, you know, killing stuff. Maybe that's why I pull out my glove all the time. Just the social aspect of this hero is not a reason why I don't really want to play her. There's so much negative ideas, negative aura when you play Mercy. You always get flamed for things that are not your fault. Always get flamed. They always assume you're a woman. They always start being sexist. They always keep going crazy about it. They always want the pocket. They always want all the resources, even though they're 0 and 10. It sucks, bro. It sucks. It can be such a chill experience to play this hero if you just mute everyone, but it's so miserable if you don't mute them. It just kind of sucks, I'll be honest with you. I don't know why a lot of people have this negative idea about Mercy. I do like making fun of Mercy players, though. I'll be honest. But in general, it's just that it's super annoying to deal with the toxicity this character has surrounding them. I don't think anyone loves dealing with it. And I don't think any other support hero gets as much hate as Mercy, to be honest. Whoop, wow. Do you think I can get a kill? Sexism and whatever else you might call it, it just kind of sucks. I actually put in a lot of... I didn't put in a lot of the things I got told in my ranked gem because there's too many. But there's a lot of shit. And kind of miserable, I'll be honest with you. I do think it's also funny that it feels like every patch they kind of nerf Mercy or give her no changes whatsoever. But I was saying that they should change damage boost and change res. It's less about me thinking she's broken and more about the fact that there's annoying aspects of her. I do think the character sucks and does need buffs though. Yeah, but Moira doesn't get the same hate as Mercy. It's not even close. Moira just goes around, does her thing, can get kills. Mercy can't get kills. Like, my playstyle is not realistic. So I do think Mercy needs changes or buffs because I do think she sucks. Absolutely sucks. And I do find it kind of funny that Blizzard doesn't actually give her any buffs whatsoever or any changes. They kind of ignore it and they hope the problem goes away on their own. Because most of the time when I get a Mercy in my team, I kind of assume we're like, I don't assume, we are already on disadvantage. There's just no reason to be playing this character. But hey, we got a second pink skin. But for sure, I do think she needs some buffs. Moira is 10 times more annoying than Mercy, but she gets flamed. But Mercy gets flamed 10 times more. Bro, I'm doing it. Eat garbage. Eat garbage. I won't swear. But character could be fun. Most of the time, isn't fun. Is very chill. You will get flamed 100% of the time. Is pretty bad. Get yourself a really good DPS duo. And I highly recommend you to play a better character if you want to climb. And she does need some buffs. I don't know. Maybe she needs a little bit more healing per second. I don't know what I would change in her, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Not a developer. At least they fixed your rule breaking your heals. I highly recommend you guys to play Kiriko or Lari or something. Just play characters that can click at. Anyway, that is the end of my yap sesh.